Hey there, this is Patrina with Kernel. I'm going to show you how you can use the survey feature within Kernel to collect information at medical congresses and then quickly create medical congress reports. One of the top complaints we hear from our customers is that medical congress reports can be a huge pain because they're really time consuming. So we designed the survey feature within Kernel to help make your life easier when it comes to creating medical congress reports. Let me show you how that works. So the first step in this process is that you're going to want to spend some time thinking about what your medical congress strategy is and what information do you want your MSLs to gather while they're at the conference and how this relates to your medical strategy. You also want to think about what you want your final end product to look like. Knowing these things ahead of time will help you design your surveys within Kernel. So for this example, I have decided that I want my MSLs to collect information on 4 different topics while they're at the medical congress. I want to know if they hear perceptions about our product, the clinical environment, competitive intelligence, or treatment approaches. And I've designed questions for each one of those topics. Each one of the topics will then become a survey within Kernel that my MSLs can respond to. Finally, I've decided for my end product that I want to create a 4-page report with a 1-page per topic, or with 1 page dedicated to each topic. And setting up my surveys as one survey for each one of these pillars will help me create that final end report easily. The point here is to spend some time thinking about what your actual strategy is, so then it's very easy to implement within Kernel. This is one example of a medical congress strategy. Yours can look just like this or look very different. The survey feature within Kernel is extremely flexible and can accommodate whatever medical congress strategy you are trying to implement. Let me show you how to create a survey within Kernel. So I'm going to navigate over to Kernel. And I'm going to click on this plus button in the upper left. Then I'll click on Create Survey. This will take me to the Create Survey form within Kernel. Now you'll want to go through here and start answering all these questions that relevant to the survey, and then at the bottom is where you'll input the actual questions, survey questions that you want your MSLs to respond to. We give you the option to make this multiple choice, and if you do this, Kernel will automatically graph that information for you. Or maybe it makes more sense for your questions to be open-ended, and so we give you that option as well, and then the MSLs can just enter text. If you need any help filling out your survey, please reach out to us. We're here to help. When you're done, you'll want to invite your team. When you invite your team, Kernel will send out an email telling them that they have been invited to participate in this survey and asking for your help. So here's what this email looks like. So it tells me that Patrina Pellet needs my help, gives me some information on the actual survey, when it's due, and then I can click on this reply and be heard link to access the survey, or I can navigate to it through Kernel. Let me show you what that looks like. So I'll go to Kernel, go to the topics page that the survey is associated with. Then I'll click on this targeted link that's kind of in the middle of the screen here. This shows me all the surveys that are associated with this particular topic, as well as all the results. So in this case, this survey has been closed and there's no option to take it, but if it were still open, we would be able to click a link to start taking the survey from here. So once the survey is done, Kernel then sends you out a summary email. So this is really cool because you can just get a quick overview of what the responses are that have been coming in. You can see who's responded and who hasn't, and then quickly start to get an idea of the trends that your team is picking up on at the medical congress. So now the last step in this process is to actually create your report. So you can go to the survey page within the topic in Kernel, and you can click on these to expand the questions and start viewing the graphs if it were a multiple choice question. Now to download this, you'll click on this cloud icon up in the top, and this is going to give you the option to download as an editable Word document. Our customers really like this feature. So what this allows them to do, in some cases, they like to just use this actual report as their final report that they will present to their leadership And because it's editable, they can just quickly go through and delete the information or add in additional information. This saves them a lot of time because they don't need to pull from different data sources or emails and put everything together. It's all in one spot. Or perhaps they need to put the information into a branded slide deck. So what they can do with this Word document is then just copy and paste this and put it into their slides. So let's say I want to include this graph in my final report. I copy it, go over to my slides, and paste it in. Then I can easily incorporate this into my final report. So there you have it. I just showed you how you can use Kernel to collect information at a medical congress and then quickly create a report. One of our favorite stories from our customers is that prior to using Kernel, it used to take them 2 weeks to create a medical congress report, and it was extremely painful, very time consuming. Now that they've implemented Kernel and are using this at medical congresses, they've cut that process down to 2 hours. So if you have any questions, you want to learn more, or perhaps you want to demo Kernel at your next medical congress, please reach out to me. Here's all my contact information. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.